Moore's only previous appearance against Liverpool was 20 minutes as a Crystal Palace substitute in 1991 when they lost 3-0. And after missing Nottingham Forest's away defeat at Anfield in November, the £2 million striker finally gets a chance to test himself against a Liverpool defence which has only conceded 2 goals in 9 games. This Forest team are in need of a lift. Their recent form threatens ambitions of qualifying for Europe. Lars Bohinen is suspended today, but Ian Wone and Alf-Inge Haaland both return to the side. Liverpool's 11 virtually picks itself. Roy Evans believes in a minimum of changes and has basically only used 12 players. Dominic Matteo is the odd exception today, in at left-back to replace the suspended Bjornaby. And Robbie Fowler faces a teenage crisis. Still 2 months short of his 20th birthday, he hasn't scored in 6 games. Down the touchline, but the route to him was blocked. Cooper. Collymore made his move and he beat the offside as they stepped up and put the hand up. Collymore. It missed Gemmell and Roy couldn't bring it under control. But they got behind the central 3 defenders for Liverpool then, Nottingham Forest. Here's Haaland. That came off a Liverpool player. It will be a Forest throw, and that early threat has given an early lift to the home support. Collymore timing his break to perfection, and the ball into the middle, just a bit too tall for Scott Gemmell. Here's Brian Roy, nicked away by Scales. Stones underneath it. Here's Haaland. Oh, he's quickly, but he didn't really give Rob Jones much chance. Here's McManaman into Ruddock, who leaves it in favour of John Barnes. It was easily cut out by Gemmell. Now, Brian Roy, David James has committed himself. Collymore will score! Liverpool now know exactly who Stan Collymore is. He was really looking forward to playing against them today, and it was David James's headlong rush out of his penalty area which made it easy. I don't think the ball would have gone in from Brian Roy. It might just have missed that far post. Yes, it would. It needed Collymore's touch. 10 minutes gone, and Collymore's 16th of the season. Wone wants it. Here's Wone. Gets the touch. James stopped it. Roy knocks it in. And it's an offside, finally, against Ian Wone. David James, well, he's silenced a lot of the early doubts about his goalkeeping. Very much the regular keeper now for Liverpool. Maybe at fault for the goal conceded, but he certainly got his body in the way then when it mattered. Wone maybe would have wished the ball had been delivered to him just a second earlier. Has been a striker of free kicks for them, but it's Ruddock. Oh, well hit. And Crossley needed to get the fingertips on it. It was hit like a shell. Just a touch to brush it over. Liverpool corner, taken short. Redknapp. Ruddock still there. And it was Ian Rush on his shin. But with Ruddock jumping ahead of him, he might well have thought the defender would have won it. That's for Brian Roy to chase. And there was nobody going with him. That's allowed him plenty of time to look up. Collymore! It was a great chance. And the applause for Brian Roy's run. And Barnes couldn't control it. Here's Gemmell, and here's Stone. Back covers. Stone's away from him. Trip. Definitely a trip. Now, an important decision for Gary Willard to make. Phil Babb waits in trepidation. Gary Willard's giving himself a bit of thinking time. He's reached in the back pocket. It's a red card, and it's mandatory. Stone had skipped free of him. The challenge brought him down, and it would clearly have been a goal-scoring chance, although there was another defender who might have had a say in the matter. Well, the protest to the referee really are all in vain and are quite unnecessary. Now, is he going to break the duck? Keeper saved it. And we're now into the second half of a 7th game since Robbie Fowler scored. Trying to pick up some pace, turning David Phillips. There's no wide player for him. Rush. And Redknapp. Rob Jones. Fowler took a deflection. Deflection was off Chettle, and it forced Crossley into an excellent save. Lost out, Wone. There were some Liverpool supporters who appealed that Ian Wone had perhaps controlled it with his hand when he beat Scales. It was certainly up around that area. In on James. He took it early. He might have gone on another stride or two. The Norwegian World Cup player. But again, an exquisite ball to put him free. It's up there to fight for. And it's away by Phillips. Stolen by Barnes. Now Walters. Out to Rob Jones. We're into a second minute of added on time. Fowler lets it run. McManaman. Fowler! It's 1-1. And we've played 1 minute and 27 seconds of added on time. And Robbie Fowler ends the drought in dramatic style. McManaman nicked it through the legs of Chettle. Fowler beat Crossley. And the Liverpool travelling support are going absolutely delirious. Frank Clark must be very disappointed after Collymore gave them the lead in the 11th minute, and then there were more chances. A Collymore header from the edge of the 6-yard box which he put into the crowd, and Liverpool looked well beaten. But the introduction of Mark Walters and Michael Thomas, but particularly Walters, seemed to inspire Liverpool, and suddenly Fowler was the Johnny on the spot, and it's 1-1.
For his first match of the season after a knee operation.